Please be seated. You don't have to hold hands right now. All right. All right. Welcome, friends and family. We are here today to celebrate love and laughter and to shine a light on Aaron Lynn Gardner's and Derek Hideo Sakata's wedding day. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, but think I look a lot like Derek, or maybe I should say he looks a lot like me.
That's right.
And for those of you that do know me and are wondering, what the heck is he doing up there? So, yes, my name is Frank Sakata.
Mic going out.
Yeah, is the mic
Yeah.
on? There it goes.
There it goes.
Yeah, my name is Frank Sakata. I'll say it slowly. Frank Sakata. Not to be confused with Frank Sinatra.
Or John Cicada.
So yes, Derek is my son, and if I do this right, Aaron will be my daughter-in-law. About 2 months ago, is it mic'd up again?
Sorry. Interference with something. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me all
Speak
right?
louder. Yeah, speak louder then.
All right.
Project.
Or do you want to set it up again, or this is it? Can you hear me all right? All right, good. It's hard enough when the mic is
Dry
working.
mouth.
Anyway, about 2 months ago, Derek called and said he and Aaron thought it would be nice if I helped out during the wedding ceremony. So I said to myself, I would love to help, but what could I do? After all, there were two best men, two groomsmen. They had a DJ, they had a photographer, a videographer, and my grandson Josh already grabbed the ring boy job. And Aaron had two matrons of honors, three maiden of honors, three junior bridesmaids, and the only thing they didn't have was the flower girl. If they would have asked, I would have done it. But they didn't ask that. So I asked Derek, what can they do? What can I help? How can I help? And he said, we would like you to be the officiant. And I said to myself quietly, what's that? What is an officiant? What does the officiant do? I can't even pronounce that word. So, unsure of myself, I said to Derek, I can do that. I can do that. And then he said, thanks, Dad, and quickly hung up. And then I immediately Googled officiant.
You didn't know what you were signing up for,
And it said something like, a person, typically a priest, got the wrong,
We're not raised religious.
or a minister, who performs a religious service ceremony. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I turned to Gail and I said, how am I going to do that? Needless to say, I haven't slept much in the last 2 months, and I've lost about 20% of my hair, all about right in here.
Oh, no.
And lastly, I wanted to say that about 2 weeks ago, Gail had an appointment at our hygienist, and she told our hygienist that her son Derek was going to marry Aaron at the end of this month, and that I was going to be the officiant. So the next day was my turn to get my teeth cleaned, and the hygienist said, I heard, your son Derek's going to get married, beautiful wife is going to be Aaron, and you, Frank, are going to be the officiant. And I said, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to say. And she said, don't worry, Frank. Doesn't the officiant give the eulogy?
Ouch.
I said, Sue, why don't you just clean my teeth? So here we are today. I'm still a nervous wreck. But honestly, I'm so honored and so proud and so privileged to perform this service this afternoon. It's a privilege. It's one of the greatest privileges and honors of my life. So thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Sonny.
Thanks, Dad.
I'll do my best not to mess up too much, not to embarrass you too much. and not to shed too many tears of joy. So each of you out there represents a piece of Aaron's and Derek's lives. Some of you have been involved in their lives many, many years, others more recently. And thanks to you, you have helped them along the path that has led to this joyous occasion. So thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your love and support. Before we begin today's foremost celebration, I have just one question to ask all of you. This is the audience participation of the ceremony. I'm going to ask it, and I would like clearly, loudly, and proudly to give me the answer to the simple question. Are you all ready to get these two married today? All right.
That's right.
Very good. Thank you. I was worried that it'd be just me mumbling up here, something out there. So today, Aaron and Derek begin their new life together. Although Aaron still lives in a condo in Glastonbury, and Derek lives 13 miles away in Middletown, nevertheless, they will begin their new lives together. And this life together will be founded on love, laughter, honesty, respect, and friendship. In marriage, it's the little things that matter, that become the big things. Like remembering to say, I love you at least once a day, and fighting off the urge to criticize or make a snarkly remark when it's best to keep your mouth zipped. So on that note, a good marriage sometimes takes a good sense of humor. I'd like to share some words about marriage written by a wise and anonymous author. Marriage is about giving and taking. It's about forging and forsaking. Marriage is about kissing and loving, but never pushing or shoving. Marriage is about caring and sharing, and sometimes screaming, but never swearing. It's about being together, whatever the weather. It's about being driven to the end of your tether. It's about sweetness and kindness, and wisdom and blindness. It's about being strong when you're feeling weak. It's about saying nothing when you're dying to speak. It's about being wrong when you know you're right. It's about giving in before there's a fight. It's about two living as cheaply as one. And call us when you know how that's done. Never heeding advice that was always well meant. Never counting the cost until it's all spent. And for you two today, it's about to begin. And for all that you two have put in, some days filled with joy, some days with sadness. Too late, you'll discover marriage is madness. So I hope these words about marriage puts a smile on your faces and does not change your minds about changing the knot this afternoon. Still ready to go on?
Yeah.
I am sure most of you married couples out there have experienced many of these marriage situations. I know I have many, many times. And yes, marriage is madness. Isn't that right, Gail?
Yes.
Now I would like to bring Mary Sullivan up. And Mary's a very good friend of Aaron and has a special reading she would like to share.
Yes. Said I was supposed to go right.
Oh,
The microphone.
is that Michael there?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there.
Excuse me. You're in my line. You're on me. Good afternoon. Is this on? Yes. No one ever said they can't hear me. I am reading a very special poem by Whitney Hansen. Like the river finds the sea. They say that sometimes love starts with a spark. And that might be true. But if I were to wish you a love, I wouldn't wish fire for you. You see, fire is powerful. It burns bright and it's gone. It's beautiful and warm, but it doesn't last long. So instead of wishing you a love that burns, I wish you love like a river that twists and turns. It challenges and flows. It is powerful and it's free. But it consistently finds its way back to the sea. And so, like the water, I hope your love is ever growing, ever changing. I hope your love is powerful and free. And may you always find each other like the river finds the sea. God bless you.
Very well. Thank you, Mary. Very nicely done. With all that wisdom about marriage and the love you two have for each other, please join hands as I now ask you. Derek, do you take Erin to be your wife and cherished best friend? Will you love and comfort her through good times and bad, in sickness and health, honoring her at all times, and to grow old together like your mom and dad? 54 years and counting. I do?
I do. Didn't know that was my cue.
You didn't read the text?
I've heard a lot of things in this.
Erin, do you take Derek to be your husband and cherished best friend? Will you love and comfort him through good times and bad, in sickness and in health, honoring him at all times, and to grow old together like your mom and dad?
55 years.
55 inches. You got that. 55 years and counting.
I do.
Before you pledge your vows to one another, let's pause for a moment and take a look at the beauty that surrounds you today. Take a look at your family and your friends and feel their love as you feel the love for each of them. Feels good, doesn't it? So Erin and Derek have written their personal vows. In preparing for this part of the wedding ceremony, there was an interesting dynamic between the two of them. You see, Erin preferred the more humorous set of vows, while Derek was favoring the more mushy stuff. Derek, you go first.
All right, I'm reading mine. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Erin, I remember the first time we met. It was the very first time I tried speed dating. You were the first person I spoke with that night. And surprisingly, you were actually early. Little did I know what I was in for. We may have only talked for 5 minutes, but there was something in your smile. It left a lasting impression on me. I didn't know it would lead to this day with you, but I couldn't be happier that it did. I love that you love food as much as I do. I can't wait to have a house of our own with a large kitchen so we can cook together without bumping into each other and getting into each other's way. I also appreciate your hidden talent for how you can clean a dinner plate of every speck of food as if it were never even used. This is amazing. I love when you hum while you're cooking or doing chores. You probably don't even realize you're doing it, but I do, and it makes me smile. I love that you're always happy and positive. This is a priceless trait that everyone here can attest to. And it's something that I'll never take for granted. I vow to travel with you and visit new and exciting places, to try new cuisines and experience new cultures together. Starting with Greece next year, let's see where our adventures take us from there. I vow to temper my temper, no matter how late you are or how long I have to wait for you. I'm slowly learning patience truly is a virtue, and that life is much too short to worry over such trivial matters. I vow to always take care of you and look after you, to be the man by your side when you need a shoulder to cry on or a hand to hold. I will be there not only for your highest of highs, but your lowest of lows. I will be there to support you and lift you up. And I will always be there to help find your missing keys, phone, or purse. And also to warm your icy cold hands and feet in the coldest winter nights. Whatever you need, I'll be there for you. Aaron, I know you aren't the one for mushy stuff, as Papa just said, but if there was ever a time, today's the day. I can't wait for our lives together, to spend my life with my best friend. I'm truly blessed, and I know I have my faults, but you take me for what I am. And you make me want to be a better person for you. I love you with all my heart, and I can't wait to celebrate this day and the rest of our life together.
All right, Aaron, you're up.
Well, I don't know how to follow that. So shortly after that night we met, I remember telling my friends that even though you didn't meet my minimum height requirement, I gave you a chance because of all the guys I talked to that night, you seemed the most normal.
Wow, thanks.
Then I got to know you and realized you're not at all normal. But it's your odd quirks, your crazy laugh, and excitement for the little things that I love the most about you. I also admire and appreciate your thoughtfulness, your compassion and kindness towards others, your love of family, your cooking and coffee making skills, and beyond all, our friendship. I can 100% be myself around you, and with the exception of my occasional lateness, you understand and accept me just as I am. And while we don't always get along swimmingly, our disagreements never last long, and we always work together. I'm hopeful that will continue to hold true. Today I vow to care for you, even when you're loud, to be your best friend. I promise to put my keys in the same place every day. Make a meal for us at least once every 2 weeks.
Lucky me! This guy.
And I will try not to leave every cabinet and drawer in the house open. I look forward to our future adventures, travels, married date nights, and lazy days on the couch, forever and always. Not quite as mushy, but.
Well, thank you both. That was brought tears to our eyes, smiles to our faces. Very well done. Speaking about smiles, it's time to commence with the ring ceremony. Where's my handsome grandson, the Honorable Ring Boy, Joshy Hellman? Woo!
Jeez, you tied him too tight. Josh, why'd you let her do that?
Great job, Charlie. The wedding ring has no beginning and no end, and is a timeless symbol of the love and commitment you have pledged. As you wear your ring, let it remind you of the love you feel today. Derek, please place Erin's ring on her finger and repeat after me. Watch that. Erin, this ring is a token of my love for you.
Erin, this ring is a token of my love for you.
Let it remind you that you are always in my heart.
Let it remind you that you are always in my heart.
I pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
I pledge to love you today, tomorrow, and always, and forever.
Erin, please place Derek's ring on his finger and repeat after me. Derek, this ring is a token of my love for you.
Derek, this ring is a token of my love for you.
Let it remind you that you are always in my heart.
Let it remind you that you are always in my heart.
I pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
I pledge to love you now, today, tomorrow,
always, and forever.
always, and forever.
Let's do that again. I pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
I pledge to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Derek and Erin, by the love that has brought you here today, by the vows and the rings that you have exchanged, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Connecticut and the American Marriage Ministries, it is my honor. Now I'm going to cry. It is my honor and privilege to pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal the kiss, marriage with a kiss. Family and friends, on behalf of Erin and Derek, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful evening. Party hard tonight. Please stand with me as I have the pleasure of presenting to you, for the very first time as newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Derek Stacata.
You can begin.